Hi everyone, welcome back. Released in 1988, The Beast of War, also known as The Beast, is not just a war movie about tanks and battles. It's a tense psychological journey into the moral chaos of war. Set during one of the Cold War's most brutal conflicts, the Soviet-Afghan War. The film opens in the vast, unforgiving deserts of Afghanistan, where a Soviet T-55 tank crew patrols hostile territory. Their tank commander, Daskal, portrayed by George Junza, is a ruthless officer whose obsession with discipline quickly spirals into cruelty. After brutally destroying an Afghan village suspected of aiding insurgents, the tank becomes separated from its column and stranded deep inside enemy territory. What follows transforms the film into a gripping survival story. Inside the Steel Beast, tension erupts among the crew. Konstantin Koverchenko, played by Jason Patrick, is the tank's idealistic driver. Unlike his commander, he begins questioning the morality of their actions. When he objects to Daskal's brutality, he is beaten and abandoned in the desert, left to die. But the desert has other plans. Konstantin is discovered by Afghan Mujahideen fighters led by Taj, portrayed by Stephen Bauer. Initially viewed as an enemy, Konstantin gradually gains their reluctant trust. Through them, the film shows the human side of a war often reduced to geopolitics. The Mujahideen aren't portrayed merely as fighters. They are villagers defending their homeland. Meanwhile, the tank crew slowly descends into paranoia and desperation. Lost, hunted, and running low on supplies, the once mighty armored vehicle becomes a prison. The tank, nicknamed the Beast, symbolizes the brutal machinery of war itself, powerful but blind, crushing everything in its path. Eventually, the Mujahideen track the tank through the mountains. What unfolds is not a massive battlefield clash, but a tense, tactical hunt. The guerrillas use the terrain mines, ambush, and mobility to challenge the armored giant. This dynamic mirrors the real strategies used during the Soviet-Afghan War between 1979 and 1989. During that conflict, Soviet armored units frequently struggled against Afghan Mujahideen fighters, who relied on guerrilla tactics and deep knowledge of the landscape. Soviet tanks like the T-55 tank and T-62 tank were formidable in open combat, but in the rugged Afghan mountains, they were vulnerable to ambush, mines, and later anti-tank weapons, such as the FIM-92 Stinger missile supplied by foreign allies. Though the movie doesn't recreate a specific historical battle, it captures the psychological and tactical reality of the war. Soviet forces operating in hostile terrain, isolated from support, facing an elusive enemy who fought on their own ground. But the true power of The Beast of War lies in its themes. It explores how war transforms men, how ideology, fear, and power can turn soldiers into monsters. The tank commander represents blind militarism, while Konstantin represents the lingering human conscience inside the machine.